I wanted to tell you like some cute, funny anecdotes from my local community, and then I'll ask my question just because I think you would find this amusing. So in my Iranian community, there is one of the main organizers has a son that's like 9 or 10 years old, and he's like the only one of the only kids that is always at all these demonstrations. He's so adorable, and he's like doing all the he leads the chants. But he said the funniest thing, like, a couple weekends ago when Khamenei died, he was like, "Oh my gosh," because although he was grow up here, like, he has, like, a thick Persian accent, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Trump is the best president of my life." I'm like, "You're 9 years old. He's basically the only president you've ever had." Um,
in all my years of
yeah.
living, I've never had a better president.
And the other day, I was at a demonstration, I was, like, doing the chants, and he comes up to me, he's like, "Are you Persian?" I was like, "No." "Oh, how do you know how to say everything?" It's like, "Oh, I've been doing this for a long time." He goes, "Oh, wow. When all this is over, I owe you a gourmet sabzi." Like a 9-year-old being like, "I owe you
Oh,
gourmet sabzi," just it was hysterical to me.
that's
So
great.
funny. So anyways, the other funny thing was that over the weekend, obviously, it was Shah's the first birthday, and, like, I wasn't expecting the community to go so hard for his birthday as they did. They during
Yeah.
I show up to the demonstration, and this one guy who's basically like my Iranian uncle, he shows up, and he's just wearing a full Reza Shah shirt, and then they have, like they bring out a full poster. Then I go to the because like, I never know how, like, the whole community feels about that. It's kind of mixed. And then I go to my local Persian market to pick up some stuff. And they got like posters out on front that they're doing like a demonstration, like a hand chain for Reza Shah's birthday, like the whole thing. I was like, damn, the vibe
Wow.
of the diaspora is moving different nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a couple things I wanted to ask you about, but one thing that I thought was interesting today was that, Pahlavi announced the formation of kind of like it seems like kind of a truth and reconciliation commission to help investigate human rights abuses and hold people accountable for stuff over the past 20 years. And one of the
Yes.
people, the chair of that commission is going to be Shirin Ebadi. And I was like,
Mhm.
ooh. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Because I immediately was like, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Yeah.
All right. So that's a good question. So for people who don't know, let me actually bring the video, huh? So um well, I'm not gonna play the video. I'm just gonna show you the video and then read Prince Reza Pahlavi's message. Here. So yeah, this was posted about 3 hours ago, and that's what Susie is referring to. So this is the video.
پسران قرارات
Uh,
عدالت انتقالی را
this is the video, and here's the message. My dear compatriots, to you who over the past 5 decades have been victims of injustice, torture, and repression by the Islamic Republic. To the grieving, justice seeking mothers and fathers, daughters and sons, sisters and brothers, whose number, whose, whose number, wait, whose number this tyrannical regime has increased every year, every month, and every day. Today, with pride and in pursuit of justice for each and every one of you, I have established the committee for drafting for transitional justice regulations. Guys, this is kind of like something like the Nuremberg trials, right? So saying this committee will be tasked with drafting the regulations for a truth finding commission in commission and court. The members of this committee are experienced Iranian experts spanning 4 different generations: Dr. Shirin Ebadi, Mr. Iraj Mustaghi, Dr. Leila Bahmani, and Dr. Afshin Ilian. Dr. Abadi has accepted the chairmanship of this committee. Additionally, a number of the most distinguished international legal scholars will assist the committee in an advisory capacity. Transitional justice is a critical part of our program for free Iran. The truth will be revealed, justice will be served, light will triumph over darkness. Long live Iran, Reza Pahlavi. So this woman over here, she's Shirin Ebadi. She's a Nobel laureate. And this man over here is Iraj Mustaqi. I have interviewed both of them. Both of them are not monarchists. Iraj Mustaqi is a famous Republican supporter of Prince Reza Pahlavi. And guys, again, Republican here is not in American parties. It's basically people who are not monarchists in Iran. I'm actually considered a Republican supporter of Prince Reza Pahlavi. So Iraj Mustaqi, actually, monarchists love him, even though he's not a monarchist. Monarchists love him. Shirin Ebadi has been somebody who some people have had issues with among monarchists, and she's considered like a more like left leaning person. By the way, I've interviewed both of them on my Persian channel. I have interviews with Iraj Mustaqi and Shirin Ebadi. I actually think this is a good thing that Princess of Pahlavi has done. I remember Shirin Ebadi recently, like before any of this happened, like just a few months ago, was being attacked for being on a gathering, participating in an event of a gathering of anti-Pahlavi people, separatists, and some other people who a lot of Iranians hate as being anti-Pahlavi. But then when I did a show on it on my Persian channel, I covered it and I was ready to go on attack mode. But then when I played the video, we saw that she was actually defending Princess of Pahlavi in that gathering. She was the only person who was defending Princess of Pahlavi in the gathering. So we were actually surprised and impressed that she was doing that, even though she comes from a political leaning that is not like usually the same as the people who support Princess Pahlavi. And I think Princess Pahlavi has demonstrated that he's not looking for a complete agreement in political agreement and views. Like there's only four principles that we have here, and the fact that he's showing that he's a leader that is bipartisan, that has a broad support. Two of those four people there were not monarchists. It's very important to show that the Princess of Pahlavi's base of support is not just monarchists. It's also important to show that when the Iranian people are saying death to the three corruptions, the mullahs, the leftists, and the MEK, we're not talking about left leaning people. We're talking about first of all, we're not talking about people at all. We're talking about ideas, and the Iranian people are talking about far left, communist, woke ideas. They're not talking about left-leaning people with a more liberal mindset, like a classical liberal mindset. Right? I mean, famous Mohammad Reza Shah's White Revolution was famously had a lot of left-leaning policies in it. So we cannot be just anti everything left-leaning, right? We do want an Iran that has both right-leaning and left-leaning parties competing with each other against each other. That's like like a healthy society. And as long as the four principles are as long as we agree on four principles, everything else could be as diverse as possible. And those four principles are the border integrity of Iran, secularism, democracy, and equal individual rights, equality before the law for all of the Iranian people. These are the four principles that we have. And then anybody who agrees with this wants to come and participate under the leadership of Princess Pahlavi, they're completely welcome to do so. And this actually demonstrates that. I've been actually more involved in the politics in Iran than many other, like American politics or like. So I have, when I talk to you guys, I come with like I think a better understanding that some people realize because I've been talking for these people debating these people for many years right now. Just wanted to show you so you know that I'm not just making stuff up. By the way, Susie, what do you think based on everything I told you?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I've just heard gossip that she has a very divisive, like, actually, like, abusive personality when working with her, so I don't know how real that is.
I mean, I don't know about that part. I mean, I debate like that. The video that I showed you, that was not a discussion. That was a debate on her on one side and me on the other side on Islam, by the way. So it's not like I agree with her, but it doesn't matter because we agree on those four principles. And I don't know about like I haven't heard that what you're saying, but even if it's true, um, it's not a deal breaker, right? So these are not deal breakers. The deal breakers are the four principles that we mentioned. I mean, she is a Nobel laureate. That brings her a lot of, and Prince Reza Pahlavi does need to show internationally that his team and the people working with him are diverse, and this does that job. This does that job very effectively. So even if you might be right, but even if it's true, it doesn't matter with the, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I just have
Yeah.
memories of the
Okay.
past coalition that failed, and so personality types, it does matter.
Hmm. Here's you're right. Actually, personality type that does matter. But the coalition, first of all, I don't know if that coalition failed, because that coalition was revealing to a lot of Iranian people of who those people are, right? But so it was very useful to cleanse those people out. But the personality type that they had was competing with Princess of Pahlavi over leadership, right? So other bad personality types that people might have, if they're not like Shirin Ebadi, she might have some other, I don't know, like I don't know what other people are referring to, but even if there are some problems, she doesn't see herself as competing against Princess of Pahlavi. She's not trying to make herself the leader, right? Even if we have some disagreements with her, even if she has some, maybe sometimes she has some behaviors that some of us may not like, she's not anti-Pahlavi in the same way that Masih Ali-Najaf wanted to be the leader by and try to be bigger than Pahlavi. Right, that's what she wanted. Hamidi Ismailion was famously anti-Pahlavi. Abdullah Muhtadi, their entire movement is anti-Pahlavi. So those personality types, they were anti-Pahlavi. Hers is not. That's the difference. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I also want to just add that this shows how stupid, how retarded it is to say that, oh, Princess of Pahlavi is like a personality cult that is just them and no one else. Like Princess of Pahlavi for the past 40 years or so has constantly been trying to reach out to people. Other people rejected him. And he's been trying to, even people who attacked him, he will still try to reach out to them and work with them for years. And people are like, oh, this is like a cult that is not open to disagreements and other people. It's the opposite. It's the people who say this is projection. They refuse to accept Pahlavi, and Princess of Pahlavi has always had the door open to people with differing opinions. So it's the opposite.